Using the computer at all.
All right, we don't have a large crowd tonight, but we have important people here tonight, and we will be recording this for to go on YouTube, and so people, if they couldn't make it tonight, they'll be able to assess the information via YouTube and social media. So first, before I introduce myself, I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. All of the senators, all organizations that are here. We know that you play a vital part in the community. I just want to thank you before we begin for you showing up tonight. It's very important to us at the court that we need, let the community know that there are resources available to them. So we want to make sure that they can avail themselves of the services. Because if they don't know that you're here, what good does it do? My name is Commissioner Michael Walton. I am a commissioner, my family court commissioner, 22nd Judicial Circuit. I preside over care protection cases, which basically these kids that are in foster care, trying to unite them with their parents and or find permanency for them in their situations. I also preside over juvenile delinquency cases and try to find what's out there for the best interests of children while trying to protect the community as well. I preside over child support cases as well. And so I started that role in 2018. Before then, I was in private practice. I practiced personal injury work, and I was appointed to the commissioner position in 2018. We are here tonight to tell the community about all the wonderful services that St. Louis has to offer, all organizations that St. Louis has to offer. My brief introduction is very brief. This is about the panel tonight and all their organizations, so I'm going to have everybody introduce themselves and give a brief review of their organization. A brief review. We got till 8 o'clock tonight, so we got all the time in the world. And I'll start with you, Mr. Clark.
Good evening, James Clark, Vice President of Public Safety and Community Response, Urban League Metropolitan St. Louis.
Hello, my name is Courtney Donnell, and I work at Places for People.
My name is Ren Fay, and I work at the 22nd Judicial Circuit in the Pretrial Services Office.
My name is Leah Sanders. I work for Independent Center.
My name is April Foster. I work for Keyway Center for Diversion and Reentry.
My name is Tamara Jones. I work for Employment Connection.
My name is Hadley Karanjeff, and I'm a Community Behavioral Health Liaison for ARCA, or Assisted Recovery Centers of America.
Hi, everyone. My name's Ellie Dewick. I'm a Community Behavioral Health Liaison with Preferred Family Healthcare down at the Sobering Support Center.
Hi, I'm Norman Boyce. I'm also a Community Behavioral Liaison with Preferred Family Healthcare.
Hello, I'm David Baker. I'm a Senior Manager at Mission St. Louis.
Thank you, Mr. Baker. Take the microphone down here. Right. Can't forget about organizations.
Good evening, and I'm Mr. Aubrey Yates. I'm the father of the support center, and I'm a facilitator for the East St. Louis.
And I'm going to start with you, sir. Can you tell us what Fathers and Family Support Center does and how the community can access your services?
We are family advocates, and it was our father support system at the time, but it ended up going up to father family support system because we recognize the whole dynamic of the family. We had a started with a men's program in the late 90s, 1990, and we transferred that into women, and then now we work with youth as well. So we have a men's program, family formation, and the women's part of the family formation program, and the children is part of the youth program. We serve youth from 14 to 24. We serve fathers from 14 to 18, and women as well. So we have a 6-week year-long wraparound service that you'll be provided with a facilitator with us, first line of defense. You get a case manager, therapist, family therapist, throughout the 6-week end of year follow-up, and also you get a case manager as well. So in in that process, what we do is you come in the CC program, you go through the curriculum, then we'll get you work ready. We start to get you prepared. It's called Christmas success. So what we do is we'll supply you with suits or dresses, shoes, things of that nature, so you can be interview ready. We'll give you a mock interview, and we go out throughout the whole entire city, and we're also by state, so we have all these things offices. So we'll either interview, we'll give you a job first, that's it. So eventually, I have statistics on where we placed a major impact in the St. Louis metropolitan area, and from 2019 to 2024, we placed over $5,926,000 back into the child support program for our family foundation by putting men to work, putting men back into the life of their children. This is what we specialize in, having men practice responsible behavior and step up to the plate on not dodging child support, not dodging their responsibilities as men and as being fathers, and we advocate for that. The same way as well with women. We have a legal services that they receive, and if their children is in DCFS, we have the curriculum and the criteria that meets the court's recommendations for them to get their children back. We also have other things that we offer for as responsible parent, father, and motherhood, parent to school training, parent plan coordination, parent to child activities, case management, one-on-one assessment, goal planning, individual period counseling, behavior health referrals. Our services also intimate partner violence, education and prevention, legal advocacy referrals, housing referrals, substance abuse assistance, and education, youth leadership development, youth career exploitation and activities, youth career and family bonding activities. And what we do to fathers after that is we'll make we'll create a bonding activity. It may be skating, it may be bowling, it may be skydiving. We get an opportunity to watch them how they interact with their children. In most cases, that's the first time that the child has been something with the father. And we do all those things free of charge. We don't charge anything that may become NC, and we always let the men know that we don't put you out. If you violate policy, then you kind of terminate yourself from the resources that we offer. And last but not least, I'm a benefactor of the program. 2015, June 17th, as a matter of fact. I graduated the building right behind us from Father Family Support System. So it's been like 10 years. So about 4 years ago, I was invited back to be an employee and to allow men to reap some of the benefits and the resources that they offer. And I think I've graduated about 200 men from my class since 2018. And I think I have to call each gentleman a month after. And I think in those 4 years, 70% of those men kept employment and either gained their children back. Thank you.
And I can attest to the Family and Father Support Center because each week I have a child support document. Generally, it's about 50 to 75 fathers and or mothers that have fallen behind on their child support, or they're just being notified that they owe child support. Some of these people can't pay because they're not working. Some of these people can't pay because they are recently released from incarceration. Father and Family Support Center, Mr. Slaughter, is there each week at my docket for referrals to see if he can help any of these fathers and mothers out to try to get back on track. The goal is to try to get them back on track so they can start paying their support, they can get back into their children's lives, and get them on the right track. And so I just want to thank your organization for being there every week because it's a very valuable resource. So thank you. Mr. Clark, you want to tell us about how basic sexual services are coming?
James Clark, Vice President of Public Safety and Urban League Metropolitan St. Louis. The Urban League, we have 55 programs, everything from workforce development to housing. We operate 22 locations between St. Louis City, St. Louis County, and East St. Louis. When you look at public safety, we don't think public safety starts behind a badge. We don't think public safety starts in the courtroom. We don't think public safety starts at the ballot box. We think public safety starts in what we call the NPL. That's our lens. The neighborhood, the front porch, and the living room. So it was through that lens, working in the St. Louis metropolitan area personally now for 30 years, we've been able to really glean. There are 4 major public safety pillars in the St. Louis metropolitan area. One is gun violence. We operate a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week hotline. We work with individuals who know about a conflict heading towards gun violence. We work within their circle of care around the clock. If we cannot de-escalate the conflict, then we relocate people out of the St. Louis metropolitan area. Just yesterday, we did an intake on a gentleman from Kansas City. So this is our first out-of-state de-escalation. So far this year, we have successfully de-escalated 72 conflicts, but we had to move 19 people out of the St. Louis metropolitan area because there was no de-escalated conflict. The second area that we focus on is vehicular violence. Vehicular violence in the St. Louis metropolitan area is now rivaling gun violence. Everyone here drove. On your way here, you saw someone run a red light, speed past you, or do something else reckless behind the wheel. So we are addressing vehicular violence first within the classroom, where we're going into the high schools, talking to the high school juniors and seniors. They don't have a long attention span. So we have about 35 to 40 minutes to hit them with some data and show them some images and then challenge them that when you become a motorist, please drive responsibly. We also have a very large public awareness campaign through our slow down yard signs. Right now we have about 3,500 of them out in yards today. So we really want to challenge St. Louis to slow down. We also work within the opioid crisis, and I just learned about an organization today, Donica Sobering Support Center, outside the box doing some phenomenal work. But we focus within the open air drug markets. We set up urban opioid triage twice a week in the middle of our open air drug markets, where we provide food, hot catered food. We distribute Narcan. We provide toiletries, and if a person is ready to go into treatment, we work to get them into treatment within 72 hours. The last area that we are focused on are resource deserts. These are areas that are void of resources, and it's it's an easy deduction that these neighborhoods also lead in crime and violence. So we are very active in these neighborhoods. I have urban engagement specialists that go door to door in a very small handprint, normally about a 4-block by 8-block radius, with the goal of getting an assessment done on each household. Our contract with the state is to case manage 100 families in these 5 targeted neighborhoods. With that case management, we are delivering resources directly into the living room. So we can go into our 4 neighborhoods and I can tell you who lives there, the ages. I can tell you all of the resources that we've been able to provide to each family. We also do family resource enrollment, working with neighborhood churches in our targeted neighborhoods. We believe that we've got to be very intentional on how we can repurpose the neighborhood church and make the neighborhood church a focal point for neighborhood families. So every Wednesday from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, we're out with a barbecue grill. We're out with other resource providers. We are helping individuals that are looking to get help with active warrants and just a whole plethora of other resources. We are localizing resource delivery. One of the other, well, I'm sure that by now you all have heard about the Grill to Glory program. That is another way that we're working to resource the neighborhood church. And the vision is to localize public safety. We have studied it, we have analyzed it, and you all know that if you grew up in North St. Louis, you watch social service become social science. And so we have got to get back to the raw nitty-gritty of providing social service where it's not about a data point, it's about making a human connection with people. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
There's so many cool things about Places for People. Like Urban League, we work with the most disenfranchised and underserved communities, and we meet them where they're at, whether it be in encampments, vacant buildings, our office, the jail, their homes. It does not matter. We will meet them where they are at, and we have different levels of care for these folk as well. So some people might need the highest level of care, and some people might just need a nudge in the right direction. We do everything from very assertive community treatment to outpatient psychiatry services. We service anybody from nearly birth until they die. Our wraparound services can last an entire lifetime for our clients, as so they want to participate in the program, of course. I have been doing community work for 13 years, and I have been very honored to be able to work with a lot of these folks at this table. And currently in my role, I'm helping folks in the Justice Center get the treatment in the communities that they are reintegrating into, with the focuses on showing up for court, community safety, community stabilization in the communities that they will be living in.
And I'll chime in for Places for People. On my care and protection docket, a lot of the parents that have their children in foster care, kids come in foster care for a lot of different reasons, but some of the reasons are that their parents are in dire straits, either due to drugs and alcohol or, as you indicated, mental health reasons, a lot of reasons why children come in care. And we try to provide the parents with services so that they can get back on their feet and be reunited with their children. And Places for People has played an instrumental role in that, so thank you.
I'm with the Pretrial Services Office. Our office is a part of the 22nd Judicial Circuit. So our jobs are to provide the court with information to inform bond decisions. Traditionally, we were just a bond office, and then we kind of grew from more than just processing bonds to now connecting people with social services. So a big part of our office is to link individuals with pending cases to voluntary resources that will contribute to their success while out on bond or pretrial release. Success to us means attending court and interacting and participating in their case, reducing contact with the legal system and law enforcement, staying out of the Justice Center and staying safe and with their families, being able to work and just, contribute to society. So we work with a lot of the wonderful organizations at this table, and we also oversee some bond supervision programs. So folks call our office and we connect them to resources directly. We collect, pantry items and hygiene kits and all sorts of things in our office that we give to people when they come in, bus tickets for court, all sorts of good stuff. And we also oversee the bond supervision programs. So we work with the GPS vendor for the court system, such as GPS, ankle monitors, and phone apps and such. And our office also collects and publishes monthly data reports about the new cases issued each month and bond decisions, because everything we do through data. We want everything we're doing to be inspired by evidence that actually supports people, and we want to be transparent about what the court is doing and how we're interacting with the community.
My name is Leah Sanders. I work for Independent Center, like I said. Independent Center has been around for about 45 years. We are a community mental health agency, so we help serve individuals who are struggling with severe, persistent mental illness. We provide outpatient services like psychiatry, counseling, case management, and what we're really known for is our Clubhouse program. So that is really built around helping people prepare and get back to work, go back to school, increase socialization, connect with others, and really provide sort of a one-stop shop to help people be more productive in the community. It's really special about our clubhouse is because we work right alongside our members, so we don't have a hierarchy. We work together to really run our building, so it's a really neat program. We love tours, so if anybody ever wants to come and tour, we love those. And then as far as accessing our services, we have walk-in hours during the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 8:30 to 12. Anyone that's interested can come on by. Our intake staff will meet with them, determine eligibility, and then get them enrolled and connected to services. Some of our eligibility criteria is just 18 or older. We serve the St. Louis City, St. Louis County area, and we take Medicaid and Medicare as far as insurance. Thank you.
As I said before, my name is April Foster. I'm the executive director at Keyway Center for Diversion and Reentry. We were founded almost 30 years ago as Center for Women in Transition, or CWIT, so I think a lot of people might still know us as that name. We changed our name about 4 years ago now, or so, 5 years ago. We were founded as a mentoring program, actually. We had a group of nuns and laywomen who were doing jail ministry, actually. And they noticed that women kept returning to jail over and over, and we know what that's like. The recidivism rates are always incredibly high. And what they learned when they began to ask questions is the typical things that we would expect. Can't find a job, I can't find housing. But the consistent response from them is that I don't have support. Women didn't have the support systems that they needed to be successful, particularly when they were mothering children. So that mentoring program started, and they found that it was very successful. Now, as we move throughout our history, we began to look for the gaps that specific for women. We know that women have unique pathways into and out of criminal activity, and so ensuring that we're responding to those needs effectively is important. While they only make up 10% of the incarcerated population, they are the fastest growing segment of the population. So we know that we need to do some work to address that. So as a result of that, over the years, we've now grown into a comprehensive wraparound services model. We offer both stabilization housing, transitional housing, and recovery housing. We have a behavioral health program that includes therapy services and certified peer recovery support. We also do vocational support and financial literacy support because we know financial stability is such an important part of being stable and successful. And community re-engagement. We still hold on to that one piece of ensuring that women have ways to build support systems and relationships in the community. So those are the things that we really focus on. We know that what we do works. I think we all know very much how high recidivism rates are, 35 to 45%. We have a recidivism rate of 5% 1 year after program enrollment. So what does that mean in cost savings? I think that's always important to address. When we look at the cost of incarceration, we know it's about $32,000 per year. Our cost for full comprehensive wraparound services, including housing, is about half that, about $16,000. So just in the number of women that we serve each year, we save about $1.3 million per year. So we know that these programs work. We partner with so many of these people at the table, and it's incredibly important that we get the word out how important it is that we continue to fund programs like these and support these, because this is what stops recidivism, is the kind of collaboration and the work that these partners are doing together.
My name, again, is Tamira Jones. I am the program manager for Employment Connection for the diversion program. But that's not the only thing that we do. And we've been around since 1977, and we're proud members of United Way since 1980s. Employment Connections serve individuals who are unhoused, justice involved, recovering from substance abuse, out of school, and veterans. We serve clients on both sides of the river, Missouri, as well as Illinois. We have a bunch of different programs that we provide from 10 years old to 64 years old. As you all are, we are very determined to provide anything, any type of services that our clients are needing. All comprehensive support, which includes, but not equal to, job readiness training, housing assistance, educational, financial assistance, life skills, and individualized case management. Each individual that comes into our program, we are sure to meet them where they're at, as everyone has stated. Employment Connection as well walks beside their clients and making sure that we meet them every step of the way. Regardless of their background or circumstances, we thrive to do the best that we can at Employment Connection.
Hi, my name is Hadley, and I'm with ARCA, or Assisted Recovery Centers of America. So we are an outpatient substance use and co-occurring facility, so we can assist anybody who has a substance use disorder or a mental health condition. However, first you must qualify with a substance use disorder. In addition to that, we can assist with medical detox and stabilization. We have two sister sober living programs. One is Recovet and one is Recovery House. And within both programs, you will be connect directly to ARCA. In addition to that, we have peer support services and case management services, and we can connect anybody to any of the resources up here as mentioned. Something that's really beautiful about ARCA is our de facto motto is to be somebody. Somebody who struggles with a substance use disorder or a mental health disorder is no different than any one of us, right? And so it's about finding a way to assist these individuals through this process. And like everybody else up here, we meet those clients where they're at. And so thank you.
Hi, I'm Ellie with Preferred. I'm going to talk a little bit about Preferred as a whole, and then my colleague Norman is going to get into talking about the Donica Sobering Support Center more specifically. So Preferred is a community-based healthcare organization. I think when a lot of people, if they've heard about Preferred, they think of our recovery services and addiction services, but we provide a variety of services. We have nearly 100 locations, and that's throughout Missouri, Illinois, Oklahoma, and Kansas, but we have 88 locations here in the state of Missouri, 7 of which are in the St. Louis, St. Charles area. So we can usually find a location for you throughout the state. So some of those other services that we provide, we have adult, youth, and family services. So of course, with all of those, we have those recovery and addiction services. We also have, for the substance use, we have residential care, which is an inpatient program for 21 to 30 days. We also have outpatient, which is kind of, lets them work with their own schedule so that they can go to treatment in groups when they have availability for that. We also have withdrawal management, which is a 10 to 15 day medical detox program. And then we have MAT, which is medically assisted treatment, like Vivitrol and Suboxone. Some of our other programs, we have integrated health. We also have supportive living services such as sober living. We also do therapy and counseling, employment services, training, case management, and then for our youth, we have 3 different school-based programs. So that is Preferred Family. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Norman Boyce. I work with Preferred as well, but one of our locations is the Donica Sobering Support Center. So this is a location that's open 24/7, 365, that provides services to individuals who are under the influence. So to meet criteria, you have to be under the influence. And so you come into the facility and we have beds for individuals to, withdraw detox from the substance. We have showers where, a lot of our population might be homeless or, unhoused. And so we, provide them showers and meals, things to offer some support. So it's a really intensive program where individuals are able to come and just feel supported. We have case managers there, individuals that can, offer education about different resources in the community, as well as connect them to other organizations if they've received services from them before. So it's something that not a lot of people know about. Again, it is the Donica Sobering Support Center, located at 4066 Donica Avenue. So please, if you guys have anybody who's struggling with substance use or addiction, refer them to this resource, as it can get them wrapped into so many more resources.
Okay, finally. Again, my name is David Baker. I'm from Mission St. Louis. Mission St. Louis is an ecosystem of resources that lead people towards self-sustainability. A lot of what everybody has said we do, so I'm not going to bore y'all again with that. But I want to talk to y'all a little bit about how we make people feel when they come to our building. Because what I've seen, oftentimes people forget what you do for them, but they never forget how you make them feel. So when people come to our building, we want to make sure when they feel loved, they feel cared, and they feel that hope. And we do that mainly through our conflict resolution classes. And what we do is it's almost like a group venting or a group therapy session where guys and ladies can come in and really just get things off their chest and get things off their minds that they've been dealing with, trauma, different things that have affected them over their lives, and begin to be able to talk through those things. And once we get to unpack those things, we able to get to the root of the problem. And once we're able to get to the root, a lot of times they start to get that healing that they need, and that's what we care about the most, is when they able to start healing and can start seeing the world in a different perspective, and ultimately that helps them change their pathways, their lifestyles, when their minds are open to different things. And so that's what we focus on through our Beyond Justice program. We make sure people go back to court, and we make sure people stay out the way, and that's the best way we do it, making sure they feel love, hope, and care.
Well, thank you all. I mean, it's very impressive, and I want to emphasize to everyone that's here tonight and maybe watching that you're not alone. I mean, you have a wide variety of services in St. Louis, and so I also want to emphasize that you do not have to be referred by the court to access these services. As indicated, most of these are just walk-in services, and you ask for help. So you're not alone. I know a lot of people that are in despair feel lonely and they feel like there's no way out. There's so many services available out here for you, and we got most of them in the room tonight, so it's very, very impressive. I want to thank you all again. One thing before I start asking for questions from anyone is I want to thank Harris-Stowe for having us tonight. That's first and foremost. And then the head of our outreach education committee for the community, Judge Kalia Stovall-Reed, is here tonight. Thank you, Judge Stovall-Reed, for putting this together. She did all the hard work, so thank you once again. This is very important to the court because a lot of people are in court situations because they do not know how to access some resources, okay? And so this is very important to the court that they know that there is help out there. I kind of want to see if there's any questions from anyone regarding any of the services tonight. That's what we're here for. Anyone? Sure. Sure. You want to speak to that? Let me get the microphone.
I'll try to add a little to what we offer to the community, both sides of the river, East St. Louis and St. Louis. In St. Louis, we serve the demographic area in St. Louis City, St. Louis County, St. Charles County. If you come through our classes, you can enroll, 6-week program. We place families back together, mothers back with their children, fathers back with their children. They'll come in and we'll give them an attorney. All our services are free, but they have to come in and graduate the 6-week program. They'll go to our legal symposium. They'll address their issues with getting their children back from custody. We'll address those issues with them. We'll walk them through it, and we'll advocate them through that. In Illinois, we have a Land of Lincoln. It's a service. It's a non-for-profit service. Now, it depends over there, but they have other services that if they can assist you, they will point you in the right direction with some pro bono assistance, or they'll either walk you through it on how you can do it within the courts yourself. So I don't know if I'm answering your question, but I think if you, we're at 1601 Olive, and I'll try to give you some more, and if you can refer anybody there, we'll try to answer the questions as best we can. And if we can't support you, that's why we had an Urban League. We're partnering with a lot of other agencies within the city. I think we did something with Places for People. They came to our agency. So we're partnering. We're a network of partners. And we're trying to service the communities as best we can. And I know that I can reach out to Mr. Clark or any people on this panel. If I can assist you, we're going to network and try to find the answer for the community, if that makes sense.
And I'm not sure if that directly answers your question, but I will also say that there are legal resources out there. One, you can contact BAMSA, which is the Bar Association of Missouri St. Louis. It's a referral program. However, they will let you know if there's any pro bono attorneys out there that will assist you with what you're going through, okay? St. Louis U has a law clinic. Washington University has a law clinic. Now, these may not be the answers you're looking for, but I can tell you that there are legal services out there. And to be honest with you, some of the agencies that had legal services that they can refer you to have been defunded. And so we're in a time period right now where, and I'm sure you all can attest to this, that funding is being cut. And so we're doing the best with what we have, okay? But that's how I can answer your question. There's so many areas of law, and yeah, if you have a specific area of law, there may not be any pro bono attorneys out there for you. So hopefully that helps you out, sir, but I'm not sure if that's the answer you exactly wanted, okay? Any other questions? Any other questions? Sure. I tell people all the time, as we can attest to all the people that are on the stage tonight, there are resources out here. You just may have to talk to more than 2 or 3 people. You may have to call 3, 4, 5, 6 people to get where you need to be, but there are services out there. I know the court, with families that come into court and have had their children removed by the Division of Family Services. I was a contract attorney that represented indigent parents that could not afford attorneys to come in and argue for them in order to get their children back. And so the court, when possible and when constitutionally needed, will appoint attorneys for those persons, okay? All right? Any other questions? Anything anyone wanted to add tonight? Okay. Obviously, we didn't get the turnout we wanted tonight. However, we are recording this once again, and it will be on YouTube, I believe. It'll be on YouTube, and so your agencies, if you want to send this out and put it part of your program as well, I think that would be important. We're trying to get outreach to the community and let them know that there is help available. We're going into the winter. We're going in times, the government is shut down and all of that. They're going to need the resources, okay? And we're here. All these people are here to help the St. Louis community. Judge Stowe, is there anything you wanted to add tonight? Okay, all right. Okay. Well, yes, sir. Go ahead.
Nobody at this table is known for turning anybody away, so if I'm unable to help you, I might call my colleague down here to help you, but you'll never get turned away.
Also, as Hadley mentioned, we do have our court resource day, so that's kind of like a space where, there's a lot of different agencies. You can walk in a room and then be directed to what you need. So as Courtney said, everybody in the room kind of knows what each other is doing, so you might chat with one person and they're like, okay, let's loop in so-and-so to this conversation. Because it is exhausting to make a lot of phone calls, or it is really hard to start with, oh, here's a flyer, now run with it. It's a lot easier to sit down in front of a person and look them in the eye and tell them about what's going on and have them make the calls and make the arrangements and things. So we do bring that to the courthouse to kind of meet people where they are, and we also bring that into the Justice Center for folks that are confined, because again, you do have to meet people where they're at.
There's also a great online resource called starthere.org. It's been in St. Louis for years, so if you don't know where to start, they have a search engine that is absolutely amazing.
Wow, I didn't even know that. Thank you.
I'll make sure, our case manager, we resource out. So say for instance, Urban League just had an expungement big thing they finna have. So I make sure when I see those type of flyers and stuff like that, I give them to my participants, and I also send them out on my page. So anything, play with some people. I had guys that came in my class had schizophrenia. They qualified for their program, so I put them with them. So yeah, we refer out that, and when we know that we can assist you, then it's our duty. It's our duty to refer you to. There's no sense in us sitting on these panels if we're not going to refer you to the next opportunity that's going to put you in position where you're trying to achieve. That's just what I do. Thank you. Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, I underscore everything that has been said about the referral network. St. Louis, we are very resource provider strong, but I can say that over the past 5 years, as we have seen this societal slide, organizations have been banding together like I've never seen before in the St. Louis metropolitan area. So yeah, we need to give it up for that, because we worked, yes, because we have worked in silos for too long, and now the need is getting greater and greater. I was with a lot of our local elected officials today, and I'm gonna say the same thing here that I said there. Leaders have got to stop attacking leaders. We see an epic collapse in society because leaders attack leaders and they do not attack the problem. So I want to pray for the strength of everyone that's on this panel, because I know what you see each and every day. And then I gotta salute Judge Stovall Reed for being a leader and doing leadership stuff. Most people are leaders, but they don't do leadership. They have no real leadership efforts. You are a leader, and you're a valuable part of the St. Louis metropolitan area. So I want to salute you publicly for your efforts, and just keep doing what you're doing. We support you. Yes.
And I will say, Mr. Clark has been out boots on ground since I can remember. He has been boots on ground since I can remember. He doesn't just talk about it, he is about it. So thank you, Mr. Clark. And I want to thank everybody. This is very impressive, because we're not just changing lives, and I'm not overstating it, but I do think we're saving lives as well. And so I appreciate each and every one of you. There's no more questions. We will adjourn for the night. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Everybody that's watching, please reach out for the services, because even if you don't need services, I know that you know somebody that may need these services. Do you have a question? Oh, go ahead. It's a great question.
You'll go light years, you know what I'm saying? And so that's a big part of it.
I can guarantee most places at this table would love to have volunteers. I don't know about you all, but man, winter is coming, and we have folks who need coats. So supply drives, if you're willing to do coat drives, socks, hats, whatever, those are things that I think a lot of us could really use for a lot of our participants. So reach out to any of the organizations at the table, or honestly, any of the organizations out there, and my guess is they're going to welcome any sort of help you're willing to give. Yes, food banks.
And I like to thank you for asking that, because I don't know how often we get people calling and say, hey, what can I do? I think, and we're going to need more of that. In the time we're in now, we're going to need people coming in and calling in and say, hey, how can I be of some assistance?
I did just want to plug our donation drive coming up. So our office, the pretrial office, does a winter donation drive. So we do have a lot of unhoused folks that do come into the courthouse for their cases. So any kind of coats, hats, snacks, hand warmers, all sorts of things, we will be asking for those donations for the entire month of December. Also, on a different note, if you'd like to get involved, our office is very interested in having interns. So if you are interested in being a part of the court system and learning about social services and how people in the legal system can access those services, definitely reach out. We really want people to ask questions, you know, like Hadley said, and get interested in the issues that are facing people who are in the legal system and coming into contact with us.
Say as much as you want to say.
So I just also wanted to kind of reiterate that the Donica Sobering Center is a crisis stabilization center. It is not something that you're going to be required to join any of our treatments. You can simply walk in there, you can stabilize, you can get something to eat. And if you want more formal treatment, you can talk to a peer specialist or another staff member and get admitted into those programs. It's 100% harm reduction. I think everyone in this room has probably known someone who has struggled with this fentanyl crisis going on and the overdose crisis. So we're just trying to keep people alive and safe. Thanks.
And also at Employment Connection, we do take donations. We have a clothing closet there with business attire, as well as a market for those who need food because of everything that's going on now. So any donations is fine, and anyone that needs help, we are always open for them to come in.
And I think our host wants to say something. You want to come up here, or you want to grab the mic?
I'll just stand here, if that's okay, if everyone can see me. My name is Terry Daly Davis, and I first want to applaud you guys for the work that you're doing. I mean, it is not easy work. It's hard work, but it's necessary work. And so thank you for all that you're doing for our community. We at Harris-Stowe, we're committed to this fight as well. We're here to support. So hosting these events, we have students that would love to do internships. You talk about a coat drive, a food drive. I'm quite sure we can get some of our organizations to participate in that. Now more than ever is the time where this is needed. So we're committed. We're here. I am the director for the Institute of Community Advancement and Engagement. And what that really is about is really connecting to the community. So yes, we're in the business of higher education, but we have a responsibility to this community. And so we want to make sure not only are we educating our students and empowering our students, but we're also contributing to the community that our students are coming from. And we also have students that are, coming to us from afar, from Chicago, from Detroit, from Memphis, from California. We've got 14 countries represented. We hope that through this process of education, that they are going back to their communities and they are engaging with wonderful organizations like you guys, because you're showing them the way. You're showing them that, hey, we have, as a community, we have to step up and we have to get involved, especially for those that are less fortunate. So the work is tough, it's hard, but I think when we all come together, and I think you said it best, pulling people together and working and helping one another. One organization cannot do it. It takes the entire community to come together. So thank you. Just know that Harris-Stowe is here to support, and we're not going anywhere.
Thank you, Dr. Bailey. All right, any other questions and or statements to end the evening? Well, once again, thank you all very much. They do have tables outside if anyone wants to grab any additional materials. But thank you all for this evening. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We really appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Do my best for Brother Slaughter, man.
Make sure I get on the bus.